Hi everyone, today I want to introduce you one of the best natural attractions when traveling to Nicaragua. It's called Ometepe Island and it's located in the Lake of Nicaragua. It's the biggest island in the world inside a freshwater lake and it's mainly formed by two volcanoes called Concepcion and Maderas. You can actually see the island on arriving to the capital's international airport. It's a breathtaking view. The two volcanoes are joined by a low isthmus to form the island in the shape of an hourglass. The Concepcion has a symmetrical cone and is an active volcano that reaches an altitude of 1,610 meters. The main transportation to the island is through ferries that depart from San Jorge twice a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. The trip takes about an hour, and while on the ferry you can appreciate the calm waters of the lake and the beautiful view of the island as you approach it. If you don't like boats, you can also take a plane from the capital's airport and get there in half an hour. One of the most exciting activities in the island is of course go hiking. You can climb both of the volcanoes and each hike has different scenarios and level of difficulty. The Concepcion has a 10-hour hike that starts at dawn and has a high degree of difficulty. The first leg of the hike leads through farmland and jungle, then later over rocks and debris. Especially towards the summit, the trail becomes dangerously steep and there is a stiff, cold wind blowing. Once you reach the rim, you can gaze into the stony inside of the crater from where hot, sulfurous air blasts upward. A hike on the Maderas volcano takes approximately 8 hours. The most popular trail is 4.5 kilometers one way. It is an arduous hike on a steep depth-filled dug into the rock and excavated by water. The humidity transforms the trail into a muddy, slippery path, and sometimes you have to really climb instead of walk. From the top of the Maderas, you can descend to the crater lagoon, which is hemmed in by the steep rising forest. You can swim in the cool water of the perfectly still lake, bordered by reeds. Often, the lagoon is flowed in by a mysterious curtain of mist and seems to have no water side. Also, at some point of the hike, you have this amazing view of the island and Concepcion volcano in front of you. If you want to relax, you can go to the Ojo de Agua. These are two swimming pools in the forest surrounded by big oak trees. Here you can doze in wooden sun chairs, read your book and cool down from time to time in the pool. The water of Ojo de Agua has a special quality as the pools are filled with thermal spring water from an underground well at the bottom of the upper pool. A continuous stream of fresh water flows through the pool. Admission to the Ojo de Agua only costs $4. There is a small restaurant by the pool, and the waiters serve typical dishes affixed to your plate. It is one of Ometepe's magic places where you can have blissful moments, soothing for body and soul. The ecological reserve of Charco Verde covers 20 hectares of tropical dry forest, which is home to many animals. Within the reserve is the mystical pond of Charco Verde, with its emerald green waters. The lagoon owes its peculiar color to abundant algae. It is a tranquil piece of woodland where you can admire flora and fauna. A trail around the lagoon leads to the beach where you have view to the Maderas volcano beyond. The hotels in Charco Verde have kayaks that you can rent to paddle further around to the headland of one of the points of the island, where you find a patch of primary forest that touches down the lake. Ometepe is really full of surprises and always have something new to offer. Another place to visit is Punta Jesus Maria. This is a narrow spit of land formed by water currents and sediment. In some years during dry season, the sandbank juts into the lake for more than 1 kilometer and you can walk to the tip with water splashing in from both sides. Often there are groups of seabirds resting on the sand and you can have a nice view and relaxing time there. Other activity that you can enjoy is ziplining. The zipline in Ometepe features over a dozen wires and rappels from one of the highest non-volcanic peaks on the island. While soaring from tree to tree, you will be gifted with amazing views of the beautiful lake as well as the volcanoes that form the island. As you see, Ometepe Island is really a paradise full of wonders of all kinds. It is a great place to spend your vacations and take a break from the outside world. Come visit and have one of the best experiences of your life. It's definitely worth it.